Welcome back to the show. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. Did you open your free account yet? XRPWealth589.com. I tell you what, I don't know what it's going to take here, but there's a lot of people that are already getting this, but I know it's not everybody. And until it is, I'm going to keep telling you about it because I want you to get the best night's sleep since you've been into crypto, just like I'm getting now too. It's the free institutional grade custody. It's the multiple layers of security. And most important for me, I can speak to a human customer service representative, whether it's a prime broker or whether it's somebody about a technical issue on my account. This is the kind of security, this is the kind of customer service that I've been looking for years in this space. And you know what? We finally found it. Let's get started here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the market. XRPWealth589.com. Open your free account. Right here, we see $3.57 trillion market cap for crypto. Bitcoin here, 109,000 plus, 2,600 plus for Ethereum. And XRP at the number 4 spot is $2.34. We're up 0.4 on the 24. We're up 0.3 on the 7-day. The range of price is between 228 and 235. We'll keep an eye on it. We will look at some TA. And my apologies. I think I put a video out yesterday and said that we were going to look at some TA and then forgot to show that to you. So it's been crazy getting ready for XRP Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. But let me tell you, soon it is here. 2 days, 16 hours, the countdown is on, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to this new promo, What You're Missing. Get your tickets because it isn't going to last much longer.
XRP community, this is it.
Hello, Las Vegas! You guys having fun?
This is Bree Teresi, model and crypto enthusiast, with the final promo for XRP Las Vegas 2025. We've waited, we've planned, we've believed, and now it's here. XRP Las Vegas 2025 kicks off this Friday and Saturday. Two unforgettable days packed with speakers, strategy, and the future of finance. The community is real and the momentum is unstoppable. This isn't just a conference, this is a movement.
There's still time to get tickets. Log on to XRPLasVegas.com for ticket information and conference agenda.
XRP Las Vegas 2025, we made it. Now let's make history. Lock in.
XRPLasVegas.com. Get your tickets, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at this right here. This just in, and it should bother anybody holding a significant position in Bitcoin or anything that's proof of work for that matter. But nonetheless, here it says, just in from Coin Bureau. And listen, Coin Bureau, big Bitcoin, Ethereum maxis, right? So these guys having to say this out loud probably was very painful for them. Bitcoin is not quantum proof. Google researcher says the study shows it now takes far fewer qubits to break RSA encryption, which is used in some crypto wallets. This is concerning. Rather timely information, isn't it? Bitcoin is not quantum proof? Okay. And all the states and all the countries and all the central banks are supposed to be taking a position, and the corporates, which some are already starting to do. I think I would want to know the answer for sure on this. Is this a maybe? Is this a stay tuned for more. Now, don't forget, while all of this is happening, Bank of America, JP Morgan are preparing to enable their customers to purchase Bitcoin, signaling a notable shift in institutional acceptance of the cryptocurrency and other crypto services as well. You can bank on that. That's coming. And we also know that we're going to see what? All of these banks are gearing up to also release stablecoins to their customers, whether it's their own issuance or whether it's through someone else. And so is Elon Musk and X. He confirms that XMoney has started beta testing, ladies and gentlemen. This is super exciting to me as well. It really is. I tell you, do you see what I'm saying here? Now, it doesn't add a whole bunch more other than to say that this is a limited access beta first. But the reality is, he says, when people's saving are involved, what? Listen, I got a feeling that this is going to be a little bigger than just sending money back and forth. So I'm super excited to hear more about this, no doubt about it. And we know Elon's hip to all of this. Meanwhile, take a look at this because there's a little play going on back and forth here with Circle, I believe. Now, Circle submits their IPO filing to list on the New York Stock Exchange. It seems like Circle won't be acquired by Ripple or Coinbase. Now, here we go. Now, take a look at this. Now, here's the thing. Now, they're saying Circle or Ripple or Coinbase are not going to acquire. Seems like that, right? But now look at this. Update. Circle has denied reports about its potential acquisition talks with Ripple and Coinbase and said Circle is not for sale. Our long-term goals remain the same. Well, I say this is what negotiations look like. If you want more money, are you going to say, well, we'll just do it, we'll do the deal? Are you going to continue to press to get the leverage so you can get the number you're looking for? Remember, Coinbase is partnered with Circle for USDC. Coinbase gets a large part of Circle's profit margin on USDC. Coinbase is also backed by A16Z. Could it be that Coinbase entered this bidding war to try to push Ripple's price up for them? You know, what they call a stalking horse, right? When you make a less than sincere offer that looks legitimate to a party, while you're really hoping that the other party will up the ante to get a higher number. And couldn't it be that announcing that you're just going to go ahead and go IPO is a way of saying I'm walking away from the table of this negotiation? Which also puts Circle in a place to say, if you want us, Ripple, you better pay the number. Isn't that what we're seeing? I don't know, but it's what it looks like to me. Head on a swivel. We'll see what happens here. I still see Ripple getting it done. And somebody floated in the comments of one of the threads there that I saw earlier this morning, and they had said that it could also be that Circle goes forward with the IPO, gets a new valuation and a new price if you do want to still buy it. So there's that as well. This just in, Digital Euro Association, Europe's digital money landscape is evolving fast. The digital euro to stable coins, deposit tokens, distributed ledger technology rails, all shape the future, and clarity matters. There you go. So it's all coming together. Everyone's doing it. That's the point of the post here. And Ondo Finance breaking out into Hong Kong, passing its own stablecoin bill. U.S. banks have reported discussions about jointly launching a consortium stablecoin. Regulators and financial giants are stepping up to their tokenization strategies. And Ondo is big in helping all of them get that done. So the U.S. banking consortium stablecoin discussion, Wall Street Journal is J.P. Morgan, Citibank, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, among others, which we mentioned and we covered it earlier last week. Then I want to go here and remind everybody about this. You remember Ondo is got the OUSG, excuse me, and it's one of the only tokenized U.S. Treasury funds to support 24/7 instant mints and redemptions with USDC with no mint or redemption fee. OUSG enables efficient portfolio management and liquid access to tokenized U.S. Treasury-backed assets. Well, that's when I remind you that OUSG coming to the XRP Ledger with Ripple and Ondo Finance. OUSG institutional grade product backed by US tokenized treasuries and BlackRock's Biddle Fund. It's a natural fit here, and this is being done on the XRP Ledger. And, I got thinking, I was like, let me ask Grok a question here. How big is the US Treasury bond market currently today? And the number comes out approximately 29 trillion as of May 2025. And then it says here, which by the way, the market also includes approximately $4 trillion daily in Treasury repurchase agreements, repo financing. So I took that number and then I asked Grok to go a little further. And I said, can you just give us the prices here? If the U.S. Treasury settle approximately $4 trillion daily, what would the price of XRP be if all of that was settled on the XRP ledger? And obviously it gives a lot of, this is all speculation and da 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 da, but it put here some numbers that I thought were interesting. The optimistic full 4 trillion velocity could put a $68 plus XRP on the board. A moderate full velocity of the 4 trillion could be half that, essentially 34. Conservative obviously would say 341, which I don't see. I think that's just giving us a range here. It doesn't really add up when you're talking about that level being settled on the ledger. But nonetheless, I thought, between the $6 on the low end, which could suggest that there's a slow phasing in of that, and it does even mention that potential like 10% adoption, 20% adoption, that kind of vibe, right? So it does mention that. So I thought that was very interesting to see that, and knowing that, you know, we're watching the debt of the United States government begin to be tokenized on the XRP ledger. All the money is the phrase, all the debt. And then here's Egg Rag Crypto, ladies and gentlemen. What's he talking about? Good news? Yes, he is. He's talking about good news. He's got a private group if you want to join it, a subscription group too, and like do more trading. I think he puts a lot of charts out for people, and I absolutely love his work. Here we go. As you know, he said, I'm not a big fan of using market cap as a primary indicator in crypto. He said it often provides false indications and misleads beginners into thinking it's actually liquidity or value of a coin. That said, he said, I wanted to test how market cap correlates with XRP's price. So as he goes into this, he used two measured moves, logarithmic and non-logarithmic. He said non-logarithmic around 270 billion, aligning with the Fibonacci 1.618, which is a major Fibonacci line on the XRP chart. Logarithmic around 1.5 trillion, exceeding the Fibonacci 1.618, approximately 500 billion. And then he goes through here and does the breakdown, estimating the new pump by measuring from the previous cycles from Fibonacci 1.0 to Fibonacci 1.618, I see two potential growth levels, a 242% increase and a 600% increase. He said the four possible targets here, as he's looking at it from lowest to highest, is 270 billion non-logarithmic wave formation, measured move, 450 billion, 242% rise, backing the previous cycles from Fibonacci 1.0 to 1.618. And then he says 978 billion, same 242%, but extrapolate for a higher range, 1.5 trillion non-logarithmic wave pattern measured move for maximum potential. What does this mean for XRP price? With a circulating supply of 58.68 billion XRP, here's what the projections would work out to. So market cap of 270 billion with the circulating supply being 58.68 billion, you could see a $4.60 XRP, right? Based on this breakdown and formula he shared. Or $450 billion market cap, $7.66. $978 billion market cap for XRP, $16.65. $1.5 trillion market cap for XRP, and a $25.56 XRP. I like these things because you start thinking to yourself, how much money do you believe is going to come into the space? Well, let's look at this chart. He shared this too. And this is an actual crypto total market cap chart. So this is all of crypto you're looking at here and how its journey has come since it's made its way to the market. Well, if you look at this, he's showing here, we could see a window easily of 10 trillion come into crypto. And we're at 3+ trillion now. So a potential for another 6.3 or 6.6 trillion, almost 7 trillion to enter this space. So when you start talking about market caps of 450 billion or 978 billion, 1.5 trillion, and we know that Bitcoin's already over 2 trillion, is it that hard to believe? I just don't think it's that hard to believe, especially understanding that legislation getting passed is going to, for the first time in the digital asset space, give the opportunity for utility to become the price driver of this market and these assets. And after that, all bets are off. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. It's just my digital perspectives. I'll catch all of you on the next one.